We're all going to have no good, rotten, bad days every once in a while, right? You know, the days where the kids are just bickering and fighting all day long, or maybe you bought a new dress and you mistakenly put it in the dryer and it shrunk and, it's like a size 1 now, and you're just like, oh, and sometimes our husband walks in the door at the end of the day, and as one husband described it, it's like walking into a buzzsaw when I see my wife. Not so good, because they tend to be our scapegoat sometimes for our frustration, and we're frustrated, we're discouraged, whatever, and we need to vent. And so we end up venting on the person walking by, our husband. Not so good. He's probably not the right scapegoat for all of your frustrations. That's just going to cause more harm in your marriage. What if you were to actually turn to Jesus? What if you were to actually ask him to be the one that would carry that burden, those frustrations? He has really broad shoulders. In fact, in Psalm 40, it says this: I waited patiently for the Lord. He turned to me and heard my cry. He lifted me out of the slimy pit, out of the mud and mire. He set my feet on a rock and gave me a firm place to stand. In those moments of frustration, let's just pause for a moment, ladies. Let's just pause for a moment before we let our husband be our scapegoat and, put all of our frustration on him and snap at him and are all grouchy and crabby toward him or the kids. Why don't we pause for just a moment and ask Jesus to lift us out of this slimy pit? Ask him to carry the burden for us. Turn it over to him, and maybe even practice a sense of humor at those moments. That might be a good idea.